Hello viewers and welcome to African Beyond Television Network. And this afternoon, let us take a look on some issues happening in the city of Harare, and particularly the town of Chitungwiza. 4 soldiers have been arrested for armed robbery. 4 soldiers arrested for armed robbery. This is a very sad situation, and it's sad to see these things happening. Mnangagwa will be telling you 20-30 chipo, but it's shameful to note kuti MASOJA edu arikuwanika ari pa list, top list of robberies. So police arrests, shootings decimate notorious armed robbery gang, and members implicate each other one by one as police account for gang involving rogue army officers. So this is it, Team Zimbabwe. This is a report for 21 July from ZimLive, and we need to take a look into this report so as to understand what is really happening. The major question is, why is it that our soldiers, everywhere you go, you now hear about soldiers being implicated in robbery issues? Everywhere you go, you hear stories about soldiers being implicated in robberies. It's a very sad situation. So they say a gang of suspected armed robbers who were behind the widely publicized JNP security robbery, among other movie-style theft, are now behind bars after they implicated each other one after another. And the key suspects, we have army corporals. These are 2 army corporals, Owen Mbai, who is 37 years old, and Simbarase Vajure, who is 33. These are not small people. These are soldiers who are supposed to be living better lives in the nation of Zimbabwe, who are supposed to be taking almost all of their salaries home, but they have failed. Remember, MASOJA should be living in barracks, which means no rent. They should be living in barracks, which means no electricity, no water, and they always use uniform, which means the clothes they buy for the most of the times, they are preserved. So it's different to a teacher who have to buy clothes, who have to do everything. And this is the situation. And we also have 2 sergeants, Promise Musa, 36, and Farai Chauke, 38. So we have 2 corporals and 2 sergeants. Both of them, these are military officers, arrested for robberies. Imagine, guys, these are the people who are supposed to be protecting you and me from both internal and external threats. But now, they are now part of the robberies which are happening. Imagine, Guti, if a robbery is happening, I should feel safe to run to the soldiers to say, guys, protect me, help me. But the same soldiers are the soldiers which are now implicated in these robberies. So also part of the group or of the gang is Tembiko Simatutu, 47, Batsirai Wotsi, 21, Innocent Chawaguta, 37, Chafadzwa, Chirinda, Charute, 36, Tapiwa Chigwaze, 39, Winston Matizanadzo, 46, and Kamuriwo Mudziona, 39. These ages dzamuri kuona apa, guys, ma-ages evanhu vaona kuti life yatoenda tesina chataita, and they are now trying to put things together in a hurry, and by doing so they now get into armed robberies. It's a very sad situation, guys. And also we have others who died during a shootout with the police. This is Wanda Amidu, who was 53, and Tinashe Takudzwa Tricious Munjere, and no rest Prosper Mtambudzi. So the 3 ran out of luck earlier this year when detectives managed to track a stolen mobile phone, which they found in the possession of Melody Mudzimurema, who is Chawaguta's girlfriend. One of the problems of these people is armed robbers. Avadi kusiyana nemafoni evanhu. And at a certain point in time, vanobatwa chete. So Matare was then arrested. This is Melody, I think. Okay, this is Melody Mudzimurema, the girlfriend of Chawaguta. This led then to the arrest of Matare, and the suspects then started to implicate each other during the police investigations. And what has been recovered right now, they've recovered a 303 rifle, which was stolen from Exo Safe Station in Samba, Star pistol, and Benadelvi VT pistol, Strybok pistol, as well as unique pistol, and the welder pistol, and Star pistol again, and all of them, they were stolen from JNP Security in Harare. And also they recovered 12 ball, had a shotgun. So these people, they were well armed to the bone. And this was stolen from number 789 Acacia Road in, I think this is in Marondera. Then 22 RG11 revolver. This was stolen from Marupafa Joseph Station in Mrewa. So, the first group appeared, I think, in court in April, and then they were awaiting trial. So this is what is happening in Team Zimbabwe at this point in time. Soldiers are now involved in armed robberies. Soldiers are involved in armed robberies. Also, we heard some stories about the bus which was robbed along the Bedbridge Road. I think 4 out of 5 of the suspects were arrested so far. And there are people who are saying also, Pangapane MASOJA, I'm not so sure. That has not been confirmed so far, but we have to take a look and see if the police is going to notify us about those people. We have not seen, the memo of the police does not mention soldiers, but we are being told also that it's suspected that there were soldiers also among that group. So wherever you go, you hear different stories, various stories about armed robberies happening, and you ask questions, what is really happening? Why is this happening? So this is something very important in Zimbabwe. As a nation, we need to get to a point where the teachers, the police officers, the prison guards, the CIOs, the soldiers, the nurses, the doctors, all government workers, these people must not be struggling. You can't have a nation where the people who work for the government are struggling, and yet millions and millions and millions are being looted. President Mnangagwa should at least make sure that these people are getting enough, because these are the people who must save us as the public. These are the people who must make sure that they arrest robbers, they stop corruption, they provide care in hospitals and clinics. You see, this is something very important, guys. When we have the civil service corrupt, involved in robberies, in thefts, etc., then it becomes a society which is not safe at all. So at this point in time, zvinototyisa kuenda pa-ATM kunotora mari, because you don't know who is going to follow you. You don't know what is going to happen after you take that money. You see, we can't live in a nation like that. Zimbabwe has been one of the most peaceful countries, and we were able to combat crime to a certain extent. But when the officers who are supposed to be upholding the laws are now involved in these things, then it becomes a problem. But it's better because mapurisa edu havasi kunyanya kupinda muchimbavha ichistereki, because vari kubenefita, vakasunga mbavha dzacho vari kubva vapiwa. Andiri kuzviona mapurisa, they are corrupt. So you can actually see kuti masoja haana pekuitira chioko muhomweka, saka they come to rob. This is something very, 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 very bad. Something very, very bad. This must have implications on the leaders who are making these people vulnerable financially. But it is what it is. We thank God that these people were arrested, and we hope and believe that one day change will come to the nation of Zimbabwe, and the people of Zimbabwe shall live peacefully and safely, and also shall work and benefit from their sweat. Thank you very much for coming. Thank you very much for support. Petronella, thank you very much for coming. Bire, how are you? Thank you very much for being here.